Welcome to the first video in a series on understanding how the exiled parts of your subconscious were created, drawing from the internal family systems therapy approach. My name is James Fitzgerald, and I am a Vermont State licensed clinical mental health counselor. Please review the video outlining the terms and conditions of this channel, the liability waiver, and ethical disclaimer. Your continued viewing of this video constitutes your agreement to the terms, waiver, and disclaimers. Before you watch this video, please watch the IFS overview and the video on the self. In this video, we'll explore what happens to your internal system and self that causes certain parts to become exiled and burdened with pain. As you watch this video, please be cautious and vigilant, as parts of your system may become activated. If it is too much, please stop the video, take a break, and talk to someone. Seek immediate professional help if needed. If you are my client, we can discuss the experience in our next session. Throughout our lives, we experience events that shape who we are. Some of these experiences are profoundly impactful, leading parts of our personality to retreat and become exiled. When we experience trauma, it threatens the integrity of our self and the system. The response to the traumatic events feels so terrible that we vow to never remember or re-experience them again. We actively drive them away from our minds and push down any memories or reminders that might trigger these feelings. IFS refers to the parts we leave behind as exiles. During these traumatic events, everything about that moment is trapped in time, including our body reactions, emotions, actions, urges, and what we believe about ourselves. And even though we have vowed to never remember them or feel their emotions, these exiles continue to call out to us in the present, to return to them in the past, to release their painful burdens and bring them into the present moment with us. As our traumas and stressful events multiply and magnify, self gets too overwhelmed to manage this on its own. Our exiled parts are not the experiences themselves, but are the aspects of ourselves that have been affected by them. They carry the weight of dysfunctional beliefs, expectations, assumptions, perceptions, and thinking patterns formed in response to what we've been through. Many exiles have lived through horrific events. Consider experiences such as being a victim of a violent crime or exposure to gang-related activities. Traumatic events like natural disasters, fires, earthquakes, hurricanes, floods, or tornadoes can leave deep emotional scars. Life-threatening near-death experiences like accidents in the workplace, serious accidents in the home, transportation accidents, mass shootings, or recreational activity accidents also burden us mentally, emotionally, and physically. First responders and law enforcement officers often face violent and sudden deaths, which can lead to the formation of exiled parts. Military service members exposed to combat or those adjusting to civilian life after service may carry unseen burdens. Personal violations, mental, emotional, and physical, profoundly affect our internal system. This could include events and experiences such as sexual exploitation, human trafficking, physical abuse, intimate partner violence, sexual harassment, molestation, sexual coercion, or rape profoundly affect our internal systems. Silence is not consent. Our bodies know this. Consent equals enthusiasm and reciprocation and initiation. Intuitively, that is our system's stance. Experiences of bullying, mental and emotional abuse, narcissist abuse, financial abuse, rejection, and neglect can also cause parts of us to become exiled. Significant life adjustments, abandonment, humiliation, infidelity, divorce, or grieving the death of a loved one may catalyze internal exiles. Losses in life, whether of a job, beloved pets, money, status, property, assets, belongings, or relationships, along with feelings of failure, guilt, shame, or breaches of vulnerability also add to the burdens of exiles. Societal pressures, cultural norms that don't align with our values and beliefs, inequity and injustice play a significant role as well. pressure, stress, and expectations from other groups, society, community, or family, including impactful issues like religious ideology, zealotry, extremism, poverty, homelessness, racism, oppression, sexism, transphobia, heterosexism, discrimination, patriarchal systems, classism, ableism, ageism, untethered capitalism, elitism, and inaccessibility can all impact our internal system. Living with disabilities and disorders, whether they are physical, mental, neurodevelopmental, intellectual, or emotional, or even injury from exposure to toxic substances like PCBs, chemicals, Agent Orange, Roundup, radiation, mercury, lead, or asbestos, can further burden our exiled parts. Serious life-altering illnesses such as spina bifida, heart disease, diabetes, Lyme disease, cancer, cirrhosis, leukemia, multiple sclerosis, cystic fibrosis, pulmonary fibrosis, Alzheimer's, or Parkinson's bring additional challenges to our system. Each person's journey is unique, and what might be significant for one person could differ for another. Some events may not have created an exile, but might have intensified the load they carry. In order to manage our complicated lives and keep our trauma experiences pushed down, we began to recruit and develop parts to help protect us. As we move forward, there will be opportunities for you to map your parts. You and your therapist will discuss this in your therapy sessions, providing a safe space to explore these aspects of yourself. I invite you to reflect on any other experiences not mentioned here that may have helped form an exile or burden an exiled part of you. Sharing these experiences can improve the program for you and others, and your identity will remain anonymous and confidential. I hope you were able to engage with this lesson safely. Remember, if at any time you feel anxious, depressed, angry, afraid, triggered, dissociated, overstimulated, or overwhelmed, please pause the video. You can reach out to me through a chat in the portal, or you may complete the meditation titled Soothing a Triggered Exile. If that meditation isn't available in your activities, please let me know and I'll provide it for you. If you are experiencing a crisis, please seek immediate mental health care and treatment from crisis services in your area. In the next video in this series, we will explore and review an exile's abandonment experience and its protective fear of abandonment. In future videos, I will examine and review the protective parts of our systems, their roles, their burdens, and their emotions, perceptions, beliefs, and thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something new, if you found this video helpful and informative, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so you get all the new content coming out daily. Thank you for your courage and willingness to explore these parts of yourself.